Right, around the spirit line.
Amen.
Yes. That's right.
Okay, let's turn our Bibles to Genesis chapter 13.
Yes. First
Verses, we're just going to skip around. Start off with verse number 6. And the land, verse 5. And Lot also, which went with Abraham, had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substances was great, so that they could not dwell together. And down to verse 8. And Abraham said unto Lot, Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdsmen and thy herdsmen, for we be brethren. And then down to verse number 12 and 11. And then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Abraham dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the city of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. I'm going to compare Lot's life with Daniel in the beginning of the book of Daniel, which is in chapter 1, verse 7, verse 8. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. When we're comparing Lot's life with Daniel's life, you would see many differences in how they stood against the wicked life. When, as you can see, both of them were offered a choice, which will happen to most of our lives, which will happen in every day. So, like, for Lot, he chose to pitch his tent towards Sodom, and Daniel, he chose to not partake of the wine and the king's meat. Sodom during that time, as it says in Genesis chapter 13, verse 13, Sodom during that time was a very wicked city, but Lot decided to go near it anyways, which brings me to my first point. Standing up for what you believe will affect your path in life. Whether to be godly or ungodly is a choice you make yourself.
Right.
For example, Lot decided to be part of Sodom instead of leaving that wicked place. But for Daniel, he kept on not defiling himself and chose to be godly, and he chose not to conform to the world. Secondly, when Lot decided to join Sodom, not only did he stay away from the right course, his testimony also changed. When Lot found out that God was about to destroy Sodom, Genesis chapter 19, verse 14, nobody believed him because he was part of them. For example, Friend Day is coming up, and if you invite people, and then when they say no, and when you do get shocked, people will be like, wait, that guy's a Christian? I didn't know that. He was listening to the same stuff we were, and he listens to the same jokes we were saying. So when we have the right testimony, it's going to be easier for us to invite people to church and to have to.
Yes. Good. That's good.
For Daniel, who had the right testimony, God blessed him by having favor for the prince of eunuch. When Daniel chose not to do it, he had a good testimony which made him be favored, and his choice, unlike Lot's, he chose to stand against the king. Lastly, when Lot's decision made him backslide, God did not bless him, and he lived a miserable life. When Daniel chose to abide with God and chose not to defile himself, he was blessed with God. It says in Daniel 1, verse 17, when it says, As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. It also says in other verses, such as Psalms 1, 2, walk not with Psalms 1, 2. Amen.
Good.
Amen. That's good.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
All right.
Amen.
Amen.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law that he meditates day and night. So to review, we should stand for our faith because it can affect our way, our path of life. It can affect our testimony, and lastly, it can affect our relationship with God. As a final challenge, when we go out there soul winning or inviting people to the Lord, we should make sure that we should look at ourselves and see whether or not we are standing for the right faith. And because if God is with us, who can be against us?
That's good. Amen.
Good.